What's up everybody, Alex here. Welcome to the Dota Underlords Best Builds of the Week. This week, Warlocks are on top, and I was tasked with giving you guys a build that involved the Spirit Alliance, the new alliance added in the latest update. Well, this is what we've got. We've actually using all four spirits, as you can see here. We've got the Earth Spirit here, we have the Storm Spirit, we have the Void Spirit, the Alliance Ace, and we have the Ember Spirit, all four. And when they are all charged after using their abilities, they create a massive diamond that they basically have special effects dealt to enemies caught within that diamond. Let's actually see these guys in combat, and we're actually running Warlocks as well because they are simply so strong right now. The healing potential of Warlocks is simply remarkable, and especially in the next build when I show you when they are stacked with Scrappys. But in this case here, what you're seeing is high sustain and the hard-hitting nature of the spirits. The insects are actually being held at bay thanks to the use of the Alchemist on the opposing team. Remember, Alchemist will counter the insects if you are seeing lots of insects. And for the second build of the week, one that I just hinted at, we've got the Scrappys and Healers. Now, you may be wondering, Alex, Scrappys, they're not so hot right now, but that's because people aren't using them correctly. Now, one thing you will notice here is that Scrappys are being paired with Healers. There's a reason for that. Scrappys, when you're down on the board, all allies will receive double the 9 armor and 8 HP regeneration. Now that is increased by 30% thanks to the healing alliance. That's a healing benefit, so you're going to get more HP regeneration. You couple that with the Warlocks, which is also healing, plus 30%, and suddenly you have yourselves a lot of sustain. Added with that armor, it is extremely hard to take this team down, and you just simply outvalue the opposition. Like, look at here. The Scrappys are just taking no damage, and you want to go with an Essex here. You want to go Rejuvenating Ritual, and what that's going to do is simply going to keep your guys up. Look, they're almost at full health. Like, honestly, this build is incredible. Now, one word of warning, it is highly susceptible to the jail. So this is one of those builds that you really want to use in say knockout mode. This is fantastic in knockout mode. You simply outvalue the opposition and outlast them. Now, as I said, Warlocks are on top, so one more Warlock build, but this one's going to be much more balanced and resistant to the jail system. The only way you can't do this is if you can't complete Warlocks, basically, because you're doing a very wide balance. What you got here is you're running Insects, and you are running Warlocks. That is the primary, and then you're looking for some high-value units. I'm suggesting the Troll Warlord, because Troll Warlord is going to work wonderfully with the Witch Doctor, and he's going to do a lot of DPS here. Now, what Warlocks are going to be doing here is they're going to, once again, be doing a lot of healing. They're going to be keeping you guys up. Disruptor's going to be silencing, and you're going to be getting a lot of DPS from Troll Warlord. Now, Troll Warlord does not have an item yet. You're going to want to get him a Moon Shard, or even a Mask of Madness, and that'll do wonders for the amount of damage. Daedalus as well, of course, but Troll Warlord is going to carry the DPS, and the Warlocks are going to keep your units alive. And for the fourth build of the week, we've got Brutes and Brawnies. Now, I want to show you guys something a little different. I think Brawnies are actually pretty awesome, especially if you can get Axe and Beastmaster relatively early. Now, you might be wondering, hey, Alex, there's not even a Beastmaster out here. Well, that's because you should be replacing Beastmaster with Juggernaut when you get the opportunity. But what we've got here is we've got Brutes up front, Lifestealer paired with the Ogre Magi. The reason for that is we want Ogre Magi to cast Bloodlust on himself and then on the Lifestealer. The amount of sustain that Lifestealer gets from that is incredible. You're going to 2 tiers of Savage to help Bristleback basically do a ton of damage. You'll be so surprised at how much damage Bristleback does. We're going with the Enchantress for a little bit of sustain. Doom in the back here to protect our Hobgon and our Enchantress. And we got a Blink Dagger on Axe so we can be disruptive in the back. Overall, a very strong build here. You actually have the option of getting Lone Druid and moving him up if you want. That'll allow him to do his bear earlier. The advantage doing it this way is he's going to get his mana up, and then the bear is going to essentially be one of the last units up. So if it turns into like a close battle, because the bear is super effective in low numbers because of his entangling effect. So if there's only 2 or 3 units on the board and like you're kind of getting right to the wire on a fight, having the bear come out late can be super beneficial, so bear that in mind. And for the fifth build of the week, we've got Scaled and Dragons. Now, you might be wondering, Alex, this is a weird one. Scaled and Dragons. Bizarre. And you even got Assassins there. Well, let me explain, because sometimes we tend to focus builds on the alliances, but sometimes it's the units that are more important, and that's what's happening in this case. I have been absolutely dominating with this in Knockout. By the way, Knockout guide coming soon, but I've been dominating in Knockout with this because, essentially, the Scale's reducing the amount of damage, creating a sustainable effect, but then what you've got the Faceless Void here is going to be doing his Chrono Cube, which is going to allow all the damage over time effects to kind of stack. You have Venomancer, you have Viper up front, you have Snapfire, you have Dragon Knight with his breath, you have Puck doing his damage as well, and what you're going to see here is that it simply kind of drags the opposition down. So they just got stunned. As soon as Faceless Void goes up, you're going to see the Chrono Cube hit. And, you know, their health is just ticking away, right? Alchemist works wonderfully in this build as well. So, you know, if you end up finding a jail situation where someone gets knocked out, you can add Alchemist. You can actually remove someone like PA. Keep Slark. Slark carries, especially with the Mask of Madness. But you can do something like, you know, take out the PA. You can even take out Slark if you want and add someone like Alchemist, which will increase the damage over time. At the end of the day, you want to make sure the Faceless Void is positioned in a manner where you can get a very effective Chrono Cube off, and that will do the damage you need. Thank you so much for watching, and a special thank you to my subscribers. Take care, everyone, and best of luck in Dota Underlords.